Norlando, and I created all the CRUD operators for this API and created the validation points too.
And Julian, I created the Swagger documentation as well as the Swagger definitions for all of the endpoints of the collections.
I'm Gene. I work with the debugging together with Josue.
I'm Josue. I worked on the GitHub reposition hosting and also on the render deployment. I also worked on the OAuth authentication and the unit testings. So just to start a project, here are our unit testings. I'm going to go ahead and run npm test. As you can see, we have tests for all 4 collections for get and get all routes. And as you can see, they all passed. So we're basically covered. And then when we go here to our base route, we have it on render. When we hit login, because we already have our accounts linked, it pulls it automatically and we all get that information. So that's going to be essential for making changes to post, put, and delete operations. So we have departments, teachers, courses, and students. All right. And then we're going to start and just testing out every single one of them. Alrighty. So as you can see, these are departments entries. We have religion and some of them. So I'm gonna just make use of the test. I'm gonna create just a new one. Okay. We go ahead and get rid of this example, which is in the schemas. And I'm gonna create CS test or something like that. Okay. Computer science test, computer science building. All right. When we hit execute, get a response 200 code, and we are going to remember this department ID so we can pull it up with the get a single one, the very one we just created. Perfect. All right. I'm gonna copy. Okay, so when we try to edit, we go ahead and delete this one and this one too. And let's say this is CS Test University Hosting Test Building Test. Okay. And this is going to be, instead of CS 102. 102 test. Just CS. Okay. All right, like that. All right, when we go ahead and edit this one, department ID is changed, and also all the other rows that we chose. And when we go to delete, we're going to delete the very one we just created. Department, delete it. All right. Does the same work? It does the same. That basically works with all our collections. But here's where it gets a little bit trickier. Every single one of these has a department assigned. And that's going to do something with our other operations. For example, when we create a new one, I don't know, 26. It's going to be your 26. KH test. So my department is going to be religion. And my courses is going to be, okay. So when we try to create a new one, well, for example, our data validation tells us the first name needs to at least have 2 characters long and also last name. So we're gonna go and just type everything. All right. When we execute it, well, what happens here? Course ID is invalid because this is actually not a class. So we have to make sure we use an actual class. So when we try this one, we are going to use this one, religion. All right. And we will assign this religion to this new teacher. When we execute it, we get a successful, right? So that's the tricky part. When we create a new teacher, we have to make sure all the other information is actually being correct and that is actual data on the database. Okay, we get the new one we just created. And then when we edit this one, there's a catch here. We have to make sure we don't edit this one. Change it to JO. Hernandez. JO. Hernandez. I'm gonna stay with the religion. And I'm gonna stay with the same curse. All right. Religion. Perfect. I just wanted to edit my name. All right. And then we get a successful J.O. Hernandez instead of my whole name. And we'll just go ahead and delete this one we just created because it was just a test. Perfect. And it got deleted successfully. All right. That's with our teachers. So curses. Interesting here. Interesting here with curses. As you could see, already we have our cursors running. When we want to create a new curse, we have to already assign it to a teacher in a department. So I'm gonna stay with religion. I'm gonna stay with a teacher, a valid teacher, because that's the one I just deleted. So I'm gonna say this one. Okay, so here, oh no, sorry, it was this one. All right. So curse is going to be religion 102, introduction to the restoration. Okay, credits, easy class, 3 credit. So when we go ahead, as you can see, it is automatically assigned to the course and to the teacher ID that I just put it in because it's valid. Okay, when we are trying to get a specific one, I use this one we just created. Try it out. Religion 102. We get all the info. And let's say we want to edit this course. We have to make sure this is the same one. Course name is actually going to be just Introduction to Book of Mormon. Okay. Department stays the same. Teacher ID should stay the same, so it's Q2. Am I right? What? I cannot see it. Let me just make sure I use a valid teacher. Yes, T002. Perfect. T002, and we'll change the credits. Perfect. So response body, good response body. So now with this same curse ID, we're going to delete this curse we just created. And voila, we deleted that course. Alrighty. So let's head to the last collection, which is students. And here's also tricky. Alrighty. try it out. First of all, only active students get shows. Okay. Whoop, execute. And then we get some students here. Let's say Norlando. You were chosen. Norlando gets good information. All right. Well, now let's create a new student. Okay. This is gonna be a student 100. First name, let's say Victor. Last name, let's say Kari or something. BC example. So here's something interesting for our data validation. As you could expect, courses need to be actual courses. So we're going to assign him to the course religion, but we're going to miss the status. All right. So when we go ahead and execute it, whoop, measure only alphanumeric characters. So no, I think the problem there is just that the status must be active, inactive, or graduate. It can be empty. All right, so we'll just go ahead and put that here, active, and oh yeah, I remember now. So major, it's related to the department in which this student is registered. So the department, there's a department which is CS, or just computer science. When we execute that, that is going to get us a good response body. So this major is the department, and these courses have to be actual courses. So that's how our also data validation works. Okay, when we try to edit this one, we're going ahead and edit. So now it's going to be Victoria. Okay, make sure she now stays in the same department or major and same courses, just to make sure we enter valid actual data. And 3 GPA, just execute that. Oh, yep, forgot to take it out here and execute. All right, so now the student 100 is going to be Victoria. All right, so it's going to go ahead and delete this last student, Victoria. Okay, so that is basically how our application works. And I don't know if my team has anything to say or add to these explanations. Perfect. So thank you.